Death from Above 1979 are a Canadian punk rock duo from Toronto, Ontario. Their first full-length album, You're a Woman, I'm a Machine, was released in late 2004 on Last Gang Records. The band broke up in 2006, but announced a reunion in 2011. Their second album, The Physical World, was released in September 2014. History, early career, Death from Above 1979 consists of Jesse F. Keeler on bass, synths, and backing vocals, and Sebastian Gringer on vocals and drums. They were signed to Last Gang Records for the world with license arrangements with Vice Recordings in the US, 679 Recordings in the UK, and JVC in Japan. Although they reportedly met at a Sonic Youth concert, they sometimes jokingly claim to have met in prison, on a pirate ship, or in a gay bar, leading some journalists and fans to believe these stories. They also claim to have once lived in a funeral home. In 2005, the video for Blood on Our Hands won a Video Fact Award at the Much Music Video Awards. He played Romantic Rights on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, with Gringer drumming for the first half of the performance and Late Night's Max Weinberg on the same drum set for the second. The band was originally named Death from Above, a name which appears on their second recording, Romantic Rights. The duo changed their name after a legal dispute with dance music label DFA Records. The reason for the seemingly arbitrary date 1979 comes from Gringer's birth date. He responded to being asked why they chose it: 1979 is the year of my birth, 1979 is the year of Off the Wall, 1979 is the year of the Pleasure Principle, 1979 is the last year of the last cool decade, 1979 is scratched into my arm, 1979 is scratched into my arm, 1979 is scratched into my fucking arm. He also stated in an interview given to MTV, I was born that year, and it's never going to be wrong. It was speculated that the seemingly random year came from Francis Ford Coppola's 1979 film Apocalypse Now, as the words Death from Above can be found on a logo on the Huey helicopters that carry the main character and his crew in the Vietnam War. However, Gringer has asserted that this is simply a coincidence. Breakup: as of August 3, 2006, the band officially disbanded. Keeler posted the following message on the official Death from Above 1979 forum. On Much Music's television program The New Music, Keeler further explained why the band split. He claimed it was due to disagreements with bandmate Gringer on many levels, including creative differences and musical style. Reunion: on February 4, 2011, Gringer announced on the band's website that they were reforming. Along with this blog post, the band's official website was updated. They performed a new song while performing at Edgefest on July 14, 2012 at Downsview Park in Toronto. On September 18, 2012, a Canadian tour was announced. The band revealed that they had written new songs, but needed to perform them live in order to make them any good. On October 28, 2012, the band's blog was updated in lieu of excitement for their string of shows around Canada. In the post, Gringer cited that they were coming to share new material, and to work out the kinks. The band was originally scheduled to perform at Governor's Ball Music Festival in June 2013, but later announced that they were having unexpected trouble while working on new music and cancelled their appearance. On July 11, 2013, the band confirmed that a new record is in the works on their Facebook page after cancelling European shows due to a medical emergency. They did, however, perform at Wakestock Music Festival in August and Rifflandia in September. On July 8, 2014, the band released a new single, Trainwreck 1979, and announced more details of their upcoming studio album The Physical World. The album will include 11 songs and the band will tour extensively in support of it. Discography: studio albums, You're a Woman, I'm a Machine, The Physical World, remix album, Romance Bloody Romance, remixes and B-sides, EPs, Heads Up, Romantic Rights EP, singles, Romantic Rights, Blood on Our Hands, Black History Month, Trainwreck 1979 No. 14 Billboard Alternative Songs, No. 22 Billboard Mainstream Rock Songs, Government Trash, Videography, Romantic Rights, Blood on Our Hands, Black History Month, Pull Out, Sexy Results, Trainwreck 1979, Related Bands and Projects, MSTRKRFT. MSTRKRFT is an electronic duo made up by Jesse F. Keeler and LP. Two MSTRKRFT remixes can be found on Death from Above 1979's 2005 release Romance Bloody Romance. MSTRKRFT's debut album, The Looks, was released on July 18, 2006. Their second LP, Fist of God, was released March 17, 2009. Bad Tits/Deserts, Bad Tits is Sebastian Gringer's band with Joshua Reichman, formerly of Jewish Legend and Tangiers. The duo began playing shows in early 2010, with Gringer on drums and samplers, Reichman on guitar and keyboards, and both singing. They released a debut vinyl 7 inches and digital EP titled Garbage Night on the label Hand Drawn Dracula. On February 26, 2012, Gringer announced on his Twitter account that Bad Tits had changed their name to Deserts. Deserts' Twitter account posted about having been recording music shortly after. Sebastian Gringer and the Mountains. Sebastian Gringer released an EP with the Mountains titled American Names, and later a self-titled LP, in 2008. The band toured for a year and a half, opening for such acts as Metric, Albert Hammond Jr., and Block Party in North America and Europe. They were signed with Saddle Creek Records in the US, Outside Music in Canada, and JVC in Japan. Femme Fatale. Femme Fatale was a band that featured Jesse F. Keeler before Death from Above 1979. It is considered to have a more hardcore sound than Death from Above. Sebastian Gringer played drums for Femme Fatale in live shows. However, during recordings, Keeler played all the instruments, wrote all the songs, and sang all the vocals. Femme Fatale is no longer in the works, due to the live aspect of it being often too difficult, and other top priority projects such as MSTRKRFT. Black Cat No. 13. Black Cat No. 13 was a band that also featured Jesse F. Keeler, and lasted from 1998 to 2000, when the band split due to musical differences. The band released all vinyl releases which are very hard to find and are considered collector's items by Death from Above 1979 fans. Unlike Femme Fatale, Gringer had no role in Black Cat No. 13, though LP produced many of their releases. Media. Brazilian electro-rock band CSS released a single called Let's Make Love and Listen to Death from Above. Romantic Rights was used in the opening credits for the CBC show The Hour, the MTV show Human Giant, and the video game SSX on Tour. Black History Month is featured in the video game Project Gotham Racing 3. Little Girl is featured in the video game Major League Baseball 2K7 and Tony Hawk's Underground. The Marek Maciorciak remix of Romantic Rights is featured in the video game Tourist Trophy. A remix of Romantic Rights is heard in a club on an episode of CSI, NY. Sexy Results was featured in the game Saints Row 2, on one of the in-game radio stations. The MSTRKRFT version of Sexy Results was used in the commercial for the Motorola Q. Various songs were featured in the 2006 run of German television show Die Super Nanny. The Bloody Beat Roots released a song called Fucked from Above 1985 on their album Rombo-Rama. Turn It Out is featured in the film Ghost Rider, Spirit of Vengeance. Crystal Castles sample Dead Woman Untrust Us, the first track off of their eponymous debut LP. Romantic Rights is played in the background of a scene in the film Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Crystal Ball is one of the songs on EA Sports FIFA 15 soundtrack. Trainwreck 1979 Inches is one of the songs on EA Sports NHL 15 soundtrack. Romantic Rights is one of the songs on the NBA 2K15 soundtrack. Samples. See also: Music of Canada, Canadian rock, List of Canadian musicians, List of bands from Canada, Category, Canadian musical groups, References. External links: Death from Above 1979 official website, Death from Above 1979 on MySpace, Death from Above 1979 discography at Discogs, Death from Above 1979 fansite. A fansite with MP3s, information, and pics, Romantic Rights music video.